Hello, friends. Welcome to this edition of storytelling. And even though this is storytelling, but today in our program, we will discuss about an exotic ancient weapon system called Sudarshan Chakra. We know that this is one of the most feared weapon in the antiquity, and description about Sudarshan Chakra has been given in many Puranas and many ancient Indian scriptures. So from the scientific point of view, I would like to basically tell you a brief history about Sudarshan Chakra and how can we explain this weapon system. So let us start our journey in understanding this. Well, first of all, Sudarshan Chakra is a weapon which is actually wielded by either Bhagwan Vishnu or Bhagwan Krishna on his index finger. So whenever it is required, they lift and call this weapon on their finger, and then they will fire towards the enemy. Now, the enemy can be anybody. That's the beauty of the Sudarshan Chakra, is that you can't escape the wrath of Sudarshan Chakra. Once the Sudarshan Chakra leaves the finger of Bhagwan Krishna or Bhagwan Vishnu, then there is no escaping this. You cannot outrun the Sudarshan Chakra, and you cannot hide anywhere. You cannot travel in space time. You cannot even travel in other dimension. This weapon will follow you and kill you. So once the Sudarshan Chakra is fired, no escaping that. So that is why everybody feared Sudarshan Chakra. And one small thing I like to tell you here is that Bhagwan Vishnu has seldom used Sudarshan Chakra on any bad guy, because he had another weapon called Sudarshan Astra, which he has used. But we will not talk about Sudarshan Astra in this video. We will focus on Sudarshan Chakra, which is mostly used by Krishna. And Krishna is associated with use of Sudarshan Chakra, and he has also used it a couple of times, but people were scared of him. They were also scared that they don't want to make him or sort of push Krishna beyond a point that he is forced to lift his index finger and fire the Sudarshan Chakra on the enemy. So what is this Sudarshan Chakra? That there is no escape. You can't build a shield around it. So what kind of weapon it is? So let us understand this in a more scientific manner. First of all, it is a very, very specialized weapon system used only by the gods described in our Puranas. And even though today we use that chakra, which is a replica basically, certain Sikh traditions describe use of chakra, and they actually still use it, but this is not the chakra that our Purana explains. The chakra is a completely silent weapon. It does not make any noise whatsoever. It is a weapon which can move through space and time. That means it can move through time. Imagine that a weapon system which is able to travel through time and chase you through time. So if you fire this weapon on somebody who has the ability to basically travel through time or move faster than light, it will still chase you down and strike you down. So things like that has been described in our Purana. So that is why this Sudarshan Chakra is very, very specialized weapon. And since it is written in our scriptures thousands of years back, I am forced to think that somebody who has written this must have knowledge of how universe works, what is universe, what is space-time, what is laws of gravity, what is light. And that is why they have actually explained this weapon in so much detail that the characteristic of this weapon, and not everybody has it. There are so many different gods in our Hinduism, but not everybody is able to have a chakra on the index finger. It's only Vishnu or Krishna, mostly Krishna. So that is why this is an exotic weapon. Even though you're a very powerful god, but you still don't have access to the knowledge of calling or keeping chakra on your index finger and then firing it across space-time. So that is why this is special. Second thing is that the Sudarshan Chakra is said to be infinitely heavy, because there is a story that there was an impostor just before the start of Mahabharata war. There was an impostor who started saying that I'm actual Krishna and the real Krishna is an impostor. So Krishna was mesmerized with this impostor because he knew that this guy is impostor because Krishna is a god. So Krishna said, okay, I give you liberty because you look like me and you are an imposter. So, I also carry Sudarshan Chakra with me. So why don't you carry the Sudarshan Chakra from now on? So it's a very well described incident in Mahabharata where the real Krishna transferred Sudarshan Chakra on the imposter. And as soon as the imposter acquired Sudarshan Chakra, he got buried instantly under the weight of Sudarshan Chakra. So it shows that the Sudarshan Chakra has the same capability just like Thor's Mjolnir. Now we see this in comic strip and also in the Norse mythology, where the Thor hammer cannot be lifted by everyone but only the god of thunder. So he has the capability, he is blessed to be able to lift Mjolnir, and the Mjolnir has been wielded from the material which is found in the core of a dying star. That's the Odin explains. That means a neutron star, and we all know neutron star, one sugar cube type material will weigh as much as the Mount Everest. So you can imagine, how heavy Mjolnir is, and only Thor can lift it. Similarly, the chakra is supposedly made of material which is probably the heaviest material that exists in the universe, and the chances are the chakra is made of exotic material, either neutrons or the strange quarks, which are also known as strange material, and therefore the chakra has the ability to travel through a space and time, and it can go silently without making any noise or any sound or any indication that it is following you, and it can pass through it can travel through time, and only Krishna and Vishnu has the ability to wield it. So that means just like Thor's hammer, only Krishna and Vishnu has the ability to, that means they are the chosen one to lift chakra on their index finger. So that is why it is so magnificent. And continuing and trying to explain chakra in much more detail, we have also read about chakra going through the dimensions. Now in the modern science, we are still speculating that there could be multiple dimensions. It's not only the space time, but also the multiple dimensions that exist in our universe, as explained by the quantum physics. The quantum physics says that there could be dimensions where the multiverse coexist together, and the particles that we notice, or the particles from which we are made, are not the reality as we know it. That's what the quantum physics is telling us, that the particle can exist in multiple universes at the same time, and also can be present at multiple locations at the same time. And therefore the ancient Hindus knew about this aspect of universe, and that is why they explained very clearly that the chakra, once fired, can go through multiple universe and still follow you. So if there is an enemy who is very powerful, very knowledgeable, has high tech equipment and vehicles with him, that person may be able to travel through dimensions into multiverse scenario, but once the chakra is fired on that person, he cannot escape. The chakra will follow you through the multiple dimensions and will kill you, will strike you down. Even though you are not part of this universe, you have moved to another universe, chakra will still will come in front of you and strike you down. So chakra is a special weapon which can destroy the enemy either in this universe or if you are present in any other universe, it will still destroy the enemy. So that is why this is a very exotic description of a weapon system, and whoever has written this must be having thorough knowledge of the quantum physics. That means the quantum physics in the ancient Indian world was well understood science, and that is why people who had the technology created a weapon system called Sudarshan Chakra. So that is why I am talking about Sudarshan Chakra today in my live stream. And the last point analysis that I would like to offer about Sudarshan Chakra is that it may be made of entirely electromagnetic wave, as explained by the quantum physics, that there is no particle. It's a manifestation of when we measure the wave in our universe, and we think that as a particle. So if the wave is moving up and down through multiple universes, whenever we measure the turf or the that wave, it actually manifests itself as a particle. And since chakra is made of only energy, that is why it is able to travel in the wave form, cutting across space-time and also cutting across multiple dimensions, because it is not made of material. It is actually made of electromagnetic wave function, and the quantum physics explains that very beautifully. So in our ancient scriptures, it has been very well defined, all of these aspects of Sudarshan Chakra, and it has the capability to have to demonstrate these exotic features, which we are still trying to understand. And so many thousands of years back, somebody has made these statements and written the history, the ancient Indian history, in such detail, giving so many explanation, scientific explanation, that we are still trying to learn. And that is why Sudarshan Chakra becomes very, very exotic and very different. And I think more research is required in understanding not only Sudarshan Chakra but other weapon system. So this is the story I wanted to bring to you in a storytelling format. But I will meet you again soon with more interesting stories. For today, I like to say goodbye, only to catch you again tomorrow. Bye bye.